Hi, welcome back to the Praxis Test Prep channel. My name is Tasha. I'm a former high school biology teacher. Today, I'm going to walk you through some examples from the Praxis 5511 exam. This is a multi-subject exam, and today we're going to really focus on reading literature. Okay, let's get started. Question 1. Which of the following is the first step for analyzing two related texts? So let's look at the first step. So A is compare the evidence, which is important. B is find the type of text. C, carefully read each text. And D, list the similarities and differences. While all of these are very important for analyzing the text, they're asking for the first step. So that first step is really going to be carefully read each text. You can do all of these to subsequently analyze all of the rest of the text, but that is your first step, is carefully read each text. Question 2, a teacher asks her students to identify the underlying message in the novel The Wizard of Oz. Which of the following aspects of the novel is the teacher asking the students to describe? So let's look at all of these different aspects. So we are looking for identify the underlying message. The subject, this is really the foundational issue of the whole text. So not necessarily that underlying message, but the foundational issue. The theme, on the other hand, the theme is the common thread in the text. So this would really be your underlying message. The moral, let's go through the other ones though. The moral is the lesson that was learned in the text. If they ask about that. The mood is any emotion that is relayed in the text as well. So our underlying message is going to be that theme. That is going to be our correct answer. Question 3, a group of third graders are reading a story about a rabbit and a turtle with their teacher. On the last page of the story, there is an image of the rabbit with a shocked facial expression. The teacher points to the image and asks the students what they think this expression means. What type of comprehension did the teacher elicit with this question? So let's look at all of these different types of comprehension. And we are looking specifically for any facial expression or expression that she's looking for. So the evaluative comprehension, this is going to be when you're asking your students to think what they're thinking is beyond the text. So taking that text and saying, okay, well, how does that apply to your life? Literal comprehension, this is very surface level. So the expressions on the page or the actual, what they see in here. Indicative comprehension, this is going to be when they are expressing something in the text. That's true. Inferential comprehension, this is the tone and the expressions in the text. So when you're looking at a shocked facial expression, specifically this is inferential comprehension because that has to do with expression. So our answer is D. Okay, last question. Mr. Higgins is discussing two short stories with his students. To check their understanding of the concept of characterization, he asked them to visually compare and contrast the protagonist in each of the stories. His directions state that the students should complete the graphic using something other than a T-chart, and bearing that in mind, which of the following would be the best visual to compare and contrast these characters? Okay, so we are looking for not a T-chart, but to compare and contrast. So the digital text structure, this is text structure of a paragraph. So that's not really a visual representation of comparing and contrasting anything. A rubric is how you grade something. So again, this is really not a way to compare and contrast anything. Guiding questions, these help your students narrow their focus onto something that you would like them to write about. The Venn diagram, which is our last choice, is going to be where you have those two circles. And in one of the circles, you're going to talk about the differences of protagonist 1. And the other one, you're going to talk about the differences of protagonist 2. And then in that middle area is going to be where you're going to discuss the similarities. So this is the best visual representation to compare and contrast those two characters. So the Venn diagram is our answer. I hope this is helpful. If you're looking for more ways to study, please check out study.com for more of our videos and more practice problems. As a study.com member, you get full access to hundreds of problems like the ones I just walked you through, as well as targeted instruction for some topics you might still be struggling with, along with some test-taking strategies to help you maximize your score on test day. Finally, we want to hear from you. Please like and subscribe if today's video was helpful. In the comments down below, please let us know if there's a topic you want us to cover next. Okay, good luck and happy studying.